Hi friends, Jamie here again. I have resisted putting out this video for a month now. I have been one of those people that does not jump on the bandwagon. When people are talking about something, I really resist throwing my energy behind something that's really popular. But I kept getting synchronicities, and so I read on it, and I read on it before I even got a lot of information. So this is around what I was seeing headlines for and what I was getting in readings from other people and doing for other people around the December solstice, around Three-Eye Atlas, moving forward with decisive action, holding a state of peace, and also seeing this like half light, half dark planet and something being birthed from that. And so I just kind of put all of these synchronicities into one reading and feel like I got some pretty cool information and decided, whatever, I'm just gonna throw my 2 cents in the pile. And I know from my personal group readings that I do with other Akashic readers that we all get a piece of the puzzle that we throw in. We all hold part of the information. I don't know that there's anyone out there that has really truly the full picture of anything, because I don't know that we're meant to. So anyway, I'm throwing this in as my 2 cents and a little bit of what came to me. And I also want to say that I don't usually do this, but I put in the description box a little synopsis of key points that came through. So you can listen to the whole reading. You can just read the highlights that I post below, but I do feel like there's usually really valuable information in the reading for someone in some way that kind of gives you a hit that, you know, like, for whatever reason, this is pertinent to me, or not pertinent to me, maybe. I also want to say that I accidentally used the word equinox instead of solstice the first time I say it or mention it. And a little bit later in the video, when I talk about the solstice having equal amounts of light and dark, I think in my head I was sort of confusing it with the equinox. But during the solstice, in the North Pole, there's a 24-hour period of complete darkness, and on the South Pole, 24 hours of sunlight. And this is what I meant about the equal light and dark. And they showed this to me as the planet being dark on the top half and light on the bottom. So for someone that might help as a visual, and also because I felt like I goofed it up a little bit, or mentally, or during the reading it didn't come across super clear, so I just wanted to add that little bit. And I think that's all I have to say for now, and I will put the recording, just the voice recording that I did of the reading, after this. So thank you if you decide to listen to all of it. And if not, that's okay, whatever. You do what you need to do right now. Just thanks for being here, and I hope to see you back here soon. Bye.
So I have my records open, and I'm asking the guides to please provide me with more guidance on around the winter solstice and Three-Eye Atlas, and moving forward with decisive action. And I'm on the porch, and I keep being drawn to the sound of the construction. Usually I can block it out, but I feel like I can't block it out. And what I'm hearing and feeling is by the way, it's 5:30 in the morning, and this has been going on for a while, so people have started in the dark construction in a neighborhood at 5 a.m. And on this neighborhood, it does feel like there's just been constant construction the last 2 years, and that is part of the message that I'm getting. There's been constant construction in the background. What are we constructing? What has been being constructed? Okay, temples was the first word that I got, but it's like temples inside of ourselves for holding the light. It's even feeling like creating this own village within ourselves, creating connections, learning how to even reach out for help or reach out to others in a way that maybe we haven't done in the past, to build this community, even if this community isn't in our physical world. And then I'm kind of seeing one of those balls that you touch that has, when you touch it, it's like, lightning or electricity touching your fingers, but it doesn't hurt. But it's like that's kind of what we've been building, these I want to say etheric connections, things that aren't quite tangible yet to physical touch. But the point in the middle of this ball is giving me this idea that they're all leading to something. Like there's a center point of this connection. I'm asking what the center point is. The center point is like literally feeling like a point of light that we all hold inside of us, that we have been charging up, adding energy to, so that we can all feel it within ourselves more substantially, trusting that it's there, giving it energy, giving it attention. We're building the light within us. And then it's giving me, going back to that temple. It's our own temple. It's our own place to trust and really, I hear the word worship, but it's sort of beyond what we think of worship as something higher than ourselves. We are worthy of the worship that we've given away to others. We ourselves can worship ourselves in a way that feels like we can trust what we get. We can love what we already are. We can be okay being in the process of whatever we're in process of. In some ways, it's giving ourselves grace, and even giving ourselves permission to give ourselves grace. And now as I say that, like I see this ball of light that appeared in my heart space starts trickling down into my solar plexus and slowly trickling down further into the lower chakras to help us stand firm in our ideas, whatever our ideas are, to be firm in knowing that that is our truth in this moment, and feeling that like empowers literally, or charges up, or helps us have movement forward in our physical body, like helping us literally take steps forward in our life in what feels like a much stronger, or if you could use the terms relating to, having more toned muscles to help us move forward more smoothly and efficiently and confidently, like much less worried about tripping and falling, or that we couldn't pick ourselves back up. And then in my mind kind of just ask, okay, what does this have to do with 3i Atlas? And I feel like we've been given this momentum and inspiration to move forward. And I've heard this before, that those that are trusting in this light inside of us, trusting in ourselves, trusting in our own inner knowing, and also bringing the light, working with the light, having all of these connections to other people that are working with the light, is like rearranging us on the Earth's light grid. It's like some of us sort of understand it in a more profound way, that that's what's happening, and others are just kind of going with the flow. Even if they don't know that they're necessarily a light worker, in some ways they still hold that trust and hold that light inside of them. Okay, can you tell me what this has to do with the equinox? It's like I see two hands with their fingertips touching the earth, sort of like an artist, or it's giving me more like someone mixing music. A DJ would be like resampling, rearranging things on the surface of the earth. What does this mean? What is the DJ doing? There's something about it that it's like there's no music. Like it's like a DJ rearranging music but there's no music playing. I hear the word resampling. What does this mean, please, records? Rearranging, it's like literally rearranging people so that we can create a new theme song for Earth, a new song, create new chords that are more harmonic, chords that are not being sung right now, or chords that are not being heard. So it's like moving us to a place to create this more harmonic sound spread across the planet so that it can be heard and felt more broadly, more efficiently. It feels like it's literally like retuning the harmonics of the planet by moving us light workers. And then they kind of said, of course, silly, like you are the harmonics of the planet too. Like we're all part of the harmonics of the planet. And it feels like moving the light workers into a place that we physically can actually experience more peace for ourselves, less striving, less energies that we don't resonate with, that it will make this new harmonic resonance stronger and easier, and like allow it to be amplified more. Okay, for me personally, that makes sense of how much I struggle where I'm currently living and maintaining a feeling of peacefulness, inner peacefulness. There is a heaviness in the energy around me here that feels very difficult for me to fully break away from. And so for me to be in a place that I can feel that more peaceful freedom within myself will hold the frequency and help harmonize and amplify the energy much better. And it's bringing me back to the word, to commit to whatever we're doing, so that it feels like it's important to commit to it wherever we find ourselves, so that we can hold the peacefulness in our mind to help hold the peacefulness within our entire body. So there's something about also the peacefulness with our decisions absolutely affects our overall harmonic resonance and ability to hold that for the planet. Okay, can you please give me more information about the half dark, half light planet, what that means for me and the greater collective. So I feel, what I'm seeing, like this three-eye atlas kind of pass over the earth, pass by the earth. And it's like it lifts up the veil, or lifts up kind of like a tarp that's, covering earth. And it feels like an energetic veil. So it's just giving me the sense that like everyone will feel like the veil has been lifted and have that experience of being just more energetically like the truer energies of the universe and what is here and what exists is sort of revealed. And it's like some people will freak out and some people will be kind of relieved or super excited. So it feels like a time where the veil is lifted. And I'm asking if this is permanent or temporary. Okay, it's like this layer that's being lifted feels permanent. Feels like the three-eye atlas is taking it with it. When it comes close to Earth, it's really kind of giving me some chaotic energy when this happens. Like, you know how you see in the movies of something passing over a big city and, like the alien spaceship or something passing over the city, or like asteroids dropping into the city and like everybody's running in the street, freaking out and screaming and going in all these different directions. It's kind of giving me that sort of chaotic energy, and it feels like it could be that happens a little bit literally. People kind of have a physical freak out. Don't know really what to do or where to go. Some, I get the feeling, feel kind of like paralyzed by the overwhelming feeling of it. Not literally paralyzed, but sort of don't know how to, like, what to do with the energy. They're just kind of sitting in it, experiencing it, and are unsure what they need to do. So they kind of just sit in it. It feels like in some ways that is sort of a better option to kind of acclimatize to the energy versus feeling like you have to go out and do something or get away from it or do any kind of action, just to sit in the energy and feel it and feel the change within your body and just be in observation of it will sort of allow for more, instead of that kind of fight or flight reaction or do something, like you actually sit in it, sitting in the energy and just waiting for more internal guided inspiration feels more beneficial. Giving yourself the time and space to hold the energy. So I'm asking, it keeps coming through my mind, is this the flash of light that happens that other people talk about? I'm not getting a direct yes, but I feel in my chest this energy just building and building and building, this light energy building and building and building and wanting to expand and sort of burst out. Sort of feels like if those of us that are being called to move and be able to hold that peace inside of ourselves and hold that light and be in a place that we can hold a stronger harmonic resonance, that is actually, it's like when we get into place, we actually within ourselves kind of say, okay, we're here and now we're ready, even though we don't even have to intentionally set that off. It's just like when we get into the new grid that we're building, the new light grid, it's like a piece, everything, the piece locks into place and the light comes. It's like we send out this energetic message and light, and it gets reflected back to us. And that actually, it's like we create the resonance and acceptance that the planet is ready for the flash of light to come. And we have to be in that grid to, it's like we're setting up that grid to hold that light to come in, to accept that light, to anchor it, to send it down into the planet and across the planet in a, like, it feels like in an even grid. And it's like a more balanced, harmonic way for the planet to receive the light and be able to move it around the planet and actually hold it to the planet. And I ask, what is the half dark, half light? And it's like equal night, equal day. Again, they're saying that it's like a kind of, the solstice like provides that light balance itself, like being on the equinox. And I'm just asking, like, why did Alunia see it, the planet shift 90 degrees? The thing is, the planet shifts, the dark is on top, but there's like this band of light going around the planet that's coming out, like a ring of light going out into the cosmos where that dividing line of light and dark are. And I get the words cracking open. And I just have to say, there's so much energy running through my body right now. And it's like it's lifting off the dark cap. That light is bursting through, and so the dark half of the planet is on top. And it's like raising that dark half up. And it's like it's kind of like lifting that dark up. It's a little bit morbid feeling, but it's like lifting off the top of our head to reveal, or the top of our skull actually, and you see the brain underneath. And it feels very exposed and vulnerable. And it's like getting to our inner workings. And even I'm getting like cosmic surgery on our brains, like to help us be okay with feeling more exposed and vulnerable and being able to look under that dark half, the shadow half. There's something about it really needing to work on the mental body, for there to be release in that mental body. And it's also giving me like a sensation of going down the back of my spine to like connect that more to the heart and solar plexus, and having these systems be more in coherent connection. It's like giving them, it's like I feel like the brain's so big right now, the brain's so overemphasized. It's actually bringing me to like how when a fetus is developing, the brain gets and the head gets big first, and then the body develops after it. And it's showing me that, and it's letting the body come into its full form. We've concentrated so much on the brain, but it's like coming into letting the rest of the body and its connections fully form and develop and grow, so that it can have equal importance and connection to even just our holistic way of looking at ourselves and our health. And I'm feeling like going down into my root chakra now, the energy. And it just feels like this will help us actually come back into our bodies. Like, stop feeling like we need to distract our mind so much, so often. We give more importance on grounding and feeling into the body and being physically connected to the earth and the energies of the earth. I'm also feeling like a stronger energetic pull on my left side now, almost like my ear is being pulled down to my towards my left shoulder and knee. It feels like focusing more on our feminine energies, the feminine aspect, giving it more weight, literally. So what is our guidance? What is practical guidance for us? Okay, so it feels like truly feel at peace within ourselves, with whatever we are doing or deciding on. The more peace we can hold within ourselves, sort of the more harmonic this grid will be that we're creating, forming. And also, like, I'm feeling very strongly in my root chakra to continuously to ground our energy, to be connected to the planet and connect, like, pull that energy down into the planet, pull the energy, feel that connection truly with nature and the earth, with Gaia. It's like feeling like our legs are buried in the dirt and we're just these antennas sort of sticking out, holding the light and sending it down into the planet, receiving the light and holding the light, kind of like that beginning where I saw the electric plasma ball, and we're receiving those lightning bolts into us, but in a way that doesn't feel painful or like shocking. Is there any other guidance for us? The posture that they're giving me is like arms wide open, chest open, head slightly back, being fully open to receive the light. Is there anything else? Beautiful Akashic guides that you would like us to know. I just get the sensation of my body feeling very peaceful and calm and relaxed, and I feel like the message is to be in that energy as much as possible. Really be in that state of being. Okay, I will close it here. Thank you.